Hi, I'm Deb McIntosh with Community Connections, and today I have Sandi McCreight with Better at Home and the IRIS program. So welcome, Sandi. Glad you could make it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm thrilled to talk to you again, and we're doing a double whammy today. So the Better at Home program, what is it?
So the Better at Home program is a program provided through the host agency, which is Castlegar Community Services. It is provincial money that goes through the Ministry of Health and then to the United Way, and then is divided down into communities that want to have the program. So you have to apply to have the program in your community. And we did that in about 2012, so we've had it a long time. Mm-hmm. Better at Home provides non-medical supports. We focus on housekeeping in Castlegar to seniors that are independent, living in their own homes. And the best thing about the program is that it runs on a sliding scale according to income. So we have seniors that get housekeeping for free, and then our top rate that we charge is $25. So the majority of seniors are somewhere in the middle there, around $12 or $15 an hour is what they pay for service. Mm-hmm.
Well, that sounds wonderful. So independent living, keeping you in your home.
Yeah.
Hence the name Better at Home.
Better at Home.
Yeah, it just makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's better for everybody. It's better for the health system. It's definitely better for the seniors, for those of us in the community that, rely on them for different things. It's great to have the seniors in their homes and continuing to be independent.
Right, and what area do you cover?
So we're called Castlegar and area. So we go, Blueberry, Udashenya, we do Glade. We have all of Castlegar, obviously Robson. We go a bit up past Creek, though not very far. And I wish we could go farther, and we have a lot of calls about that. But the reason we don't isn't because we don't want to. It's because we have to pool the resources as close to Castlegar as we can.
Right, right. So is there any other funder other than through the United Way? Can people make donations to you?
Absolutely. People can make donations to Castlegar Community Services and specify that they want it to go to the Better at Home program.
Nice. So if what's the criteria? So if I phoned up, what is your age group for seniors?
So 65 plus is for Better at Home. So the criteria is pretty simple. Be 65 or over, live in your own home, be a non-smoker, and and live in this area. So it's pretty simple.
I got a few years yet.
Yeah.
Non-smoking, does that pose a problem?
It does.
Yeah.
It does pose a problem because of my contractors that go in. So it poses a problem for them.
Mm-hmm. So it's just about health and safety.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keeping them safe.
So so is there anything else they can do? Like they do housekeeping, can they do outside work?
No.
Anything like that?
It's strictly housekeeping, and it's called light housekeeping. So we do, our women contractors, they do wash floors, mop floors, dusting. They can do dishes. They can do laundry as long as there's time for them to be housekeeping, not sitting and waiting for the laundry to be done. But basics of light housekeeping, really. Yeah, so that what we cannot do is anything to do with food and anything to do with personal care. So they can't change a Band-Aid or help you on with your clothes, and they can clean the kitchen, but they can't cook anything in it.
Right. So did this take place of home support that used to be sort of in a smaller scale?
Yeah, decades ago, home support was doing some of this work, yes.
Right, right. Well, we're glad you took it over, and we're glad that it's so successful.
Yeah.
The real program I want to talk to you about is IRIS, because I remember years ago, Sandi, you floating this idea and saying, Deb, I came up with this idea, and I think it's going to work, and you were so excited, and it had a lot to do with your mom.
It did.
So do you want to tell us how that came to be?
So my parents are both gone, but both very much older. I'm the second youngest of 7 kids, so there was a large gap in there, and my mom and dad were both older, and really that's where I started my seniors advocacy kind of piece, was looking after things with them. And I wanted to do, I really had a lot of problems with burnout and stuff from working with seniors in advocacy position, trying to help people with everything from, family feuds or elder abuse or, so many different things that was going on. And in that advocacy piece, I really burned out. and then actually ended up quite sick, and then decided approaching things from a different way. We need to approach things differently. So rather than having you come into my office as a senior who has 1 or 3 or 7 issues to deal with, bringing a bunch of you together and doing some preventative work. And that is what IRIS is about. IRIS is about bringing people together to get the support of each other, the support of my absolutely phenomenal IRIS crew, and then all of the other people that come in to support the seniors as well, whether that is at the expo that we have twice a year or somebody coming to speak at a lunch and learn. So yeah, that's what it's about.
Okay. I remember years ago, Sandi, coming to one of your meetings as a just a community member doing some other program, and we met at the city forum, and there was I think 3 people.
Yeah.
That came there.
Yeah.
What is your average now?
We probably have an average, well, this morning we had a coffee group and there was 45 seniors there. The very first IRIS event was July 2nd of 2017, and I had 7 seniors come for coffee. Mm-hmm. And like you said, I was so thrilled. I thought, this is going to work. This is fantastic. Right. 2 weeks ago, we had a lunch with 80 seniors.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have multiple events every month, and we have a lot of seniors through. And
where does that funding come from?
Funding comes from very, diverse, depending on who's offering grants. Right. But the city of Castlegar, through the Ready Grants program, they have always been a good supporter of IRIS. The regional district as well has been very good to us consistently, so we're very thankful for those 2 core. We have had good success in the past, although not this last round, with New Horizons for Seniors. We'll apply again. The local community foundation has always been great at supporting us as well. So, it depends on the what's out there. United Way has had different granting streams as well.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things I see online all the time is some of your members saying, "Oh my God, we had the best day today at IRIS, and there was stretching on your chair, there was crafts. I think somebody was making cards.
Yeah.
There's movement involved, all sorts of things. I think, and they're just so
thankful,
but they sound youthful.
Yeah.
When they're talking about it, they have an exuberance about it because their whole day was filled with joy and lovingness and kindness and all of that stuff, but being productive.
Yeah, and appreciating where they're at.
Yeah.
We have to stop thinking of old age as a death sentence. You hear people talk about aging like it's a bad thing. Well, from the minute you're born, you're aging. Mm-hmm. And being able to celebrate. Aging is a really fun thing that if we're lucky, we'll get to do it. And we have to stop that ageism piece where we think that it's a bad thing. It's not. Mm-hmm. And when we bring a bunch of seniors together at IRIS, and whether we're doing crafts or it's bingo day or it's lunch and learn and we have someone coming in doing some kind of a topic, that camaraderie that happens there, whether it's intergenerational, it's peer support, it's other resources coming in, those are the pieces that bring everybody their joy. Whether it's the Robson School that's come in, or the Selkirk College nursing students, or it's the seniors themselves and the crew, it's that interaction that not just the seniors, everybody values that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that I think that's why it's been so successful, is that the sense of ownership that everybody that's involved has in the program, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's your age limit?
We are 60 plus. And when we've had 80 people there, we have done write your age down, and then we divide it by the number of people. And our average age is usually 78 or 79.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember watching, it was either on Facebook or something, but these tiny little cards that the elementary kids made for Christmas.
Yeah, through COVID.
Yeah,
that started.
That's right. Yeah. And that was just heartwarming.
Oh man, I don't know who enjoyed that more. The kids, the teachers, the Iris crew were the seniors. Honestly, it was amazing. Yeah. They made cards for all of the different seasons as they went through, and we put them in the bags that we gave out through COVID.
What a beautiful community building. So it's you know, I'm 61 years old now, and I'm thinking, you know, every year it's closer and closer to what, I don't know, death or whatever it is. But you know,
the next stage. Your
program gives us all hope to show that, you know, it's not just about the end at death. It's not that. What it is changing what you do, having more fun, meeting new people, engaging in your community maybe a little differently, but certainly being a participant in it.
Absolutely.
And I think being a participant in your community is very, very important.
Yeah, there's been over and over, there's been situations where the seniors at Iris have been able to give back as well. The city did a consultation not too long ago where they wanted to input onto some of the things around the city, and the consultants came up, and I think they were very impressed at how much information they got that they hadn't been able to get anywhere else, because the history of this community lies within the stories of those seniors. And you know, like you said, it isn't about retiring and dying. It's about stage 3. It's about stage 3 of your life, and there is so much more to come. And that's what I'm seeing, and that's what warms my heart, is when you see these seniors come together and share ideas and share stories and teach the younger people things, whether it's skills or history or and then we have these intercultural connections too. You know, those are the things that we all benefit from. And the seniors are not only you know, they're so full of it, and I mean that, full of it, and they're full of stories, and they're full of love, and they're full of life, but they also have this amazing amount of information and skill and history to share. They're really an untapped resource, and I think finally we're learning, as people are living longer and healthier, that we need to pull back and get that back.
Right.
Yeah.
So a lot of these groups that you see out there are primarily women. What is your woman to man ratio?
I would say we're probably, I'm going to say one man to 5 women, something like that. Everybody that has ever come to Iris, either to do a presentation or they've come from out of town to do a consult, whatever, they always say how surprised they are at the amount of men in the room. I mean, we've had luncheons where we've had 3 tables of just men. So we do have a good mix.
What is that draw for them? Because you wouldn't think it'd be the same as some of the women. What is the draw?
The draw is the social, and I'll give you an example of someone, and he's going to know who I'm talking about. But honestly, he said to me, "You know what? These women, my wife and her friends, they kept telling me, you know what? You got to come to Iris. You're going to love it." And he was like, "Nah, I don't go sit around with a bunch of women listening." And he said, from the first second I walked into this door, he said, I knew it felt different. It just felt so welcoming. And that's not on me, or some of it is on the crew, but mostly it's about the seniors themselves. And it's about the connections that they build. And that doesn't matter whether you're man or woman or anything else. It's about, like, your age doesn't matter. None of those matter. It's just about being in a space that you feel connected to and you feel ownership in. And yeah, I think that's why it's successful, is because everybody feels like it's theirs. Yeah. And they feel that, and then they bring more people in. And one guy comes, the next time he brings another guy, or he tells his neighbors, you know, him and his wife, they come too. So
right. And that's a beautiful thing. That's community, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
That's the whole essence of community. So back when you started, did you have any idea it would be this successful? Did you have any idea you would be doing your dream job? Never
in a million years did I ever anticipate the scope that this has grown to. I anticipated that we would have 20 or 30 seniors twice a month. We would have a coffee and we would have a lunch and learn. Over the last 6-7 years, we have evolved to having bingo, coffee, lunch and learn, lunch, crafts, chair yoga. What am I missing? Journal writing. And then outside of that is all of the other events. So that twice a year we have expos. We had 130 seniors through in June for an expo. We'll have another one in the fall where we focus on wellness. And so we have the nursing students will be there doing blood pressure checks. They were at the last one as well. Mental health screening, that kind of thing, sugar checks. And then we have Kevin from PharmaSave comes and does flu shots and COVID boosters. So we focus on that. We also do a lot of intergenerational things. And that is so popular. And honestly, I don't know who loves it more. We've had the kids from Kinnaird Elementary School, for example, walk up and come in. And the teachers and the parents that are standing around the room watching, you know, all teary-eyed, and they're just, oh, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. And seeing the kids interact with the seniors. Because we have lots of seniors in our area that don't have connections with other generations. And so just being that conduit is just so rewarding for everyone that's involved. You know, you brought up the cards that were made through COVID with the Robson School. Well, as soon as COVID was over, the senior said to me, we want to do something to give back. And oh my God, well, what? Tell me what that looks like and I'll help you make it happen. So the seniors got together, they made 450 chocolate chip cookies. They put them 2 in a baggie. One of the seniors made, Marg Rickleton made pencil cases for every kid at the Robson School. We got pencils, mood pencils that when you squeeze them, they go from purple to pink. And they said Iris loves Robson on them. We took those pencils and all the swag and stuff, and we went to the Robson School. And they did crafts. And we split the seniors into the classroom, and the kids went in. And then the kids came out, and we all sat in the common area. And they sang songs, and they did plays. And now Iris is the test audience for the dress rehearsals or the rehearsals for the Christmas concert and, you know, that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so that it's really created amazing connections. Yeah, I had a senior tell me a while ago she went into, I think, a grocery store, and somebody said, I know you, you're so-and-so. And she's talking to her mom, and she asked her mom something, and then the little girl went flying across the room and threw herself around the legs of the senior. And the senior said, like, I've never seen that kid except that one time. But those safe spaces that are created to let those bonds happen is just, it's amazing.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it is. It is. Those pieces of Iris, never in a million years would I have thought that those were coming. Like, I wouldn't have thought of that.
And who knows what's next?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Who knows?
The sky's the limit.
Yes.
And are these programs and that driven by the seniors? Do they tell you, hey, we would like to do this, or do you throw some stuff out there and see what sticks?
Once a year, we do a lunch and learn in January or February that we call All About Iris. And the entire purpose of the day is to talk about what we're doing in the last year. What are the things that we've done? What are the things that you like? And this is for the crew as well as the seniors. What are some things that you'd like to see us do differently or add for programming? And that's where everything has come from. That's where everything has come from that we're doing is from the seniors. And again, that goes to that sense of ownership they have, is because it really is their program. They are instrumental in the direction it takes, the programming we do. Yeah.
That's terrific.
Thank you.
Like, it really is. I don't think people understand the institution that you have built here with your clients, because it really is. This makes me a little weepy. I'm just thinking about it. It's something to look forward to, I think, and it's gives hope to people, you know. And as we age, we think about these things as we're getting older. You know, I keep getting asked, you know, Deb, hey, when are you going to retire? And I think, wow, you know, I don't know. I don't know.
I get asked that too.
Yeah.
I also get teased because I'm finally old enough to go to my own program.
Right. Well, then there's that, right? And
Yeah.
it certainly makes you think about
Yeah.
what's coming next.
You know, one of the things that I see a lot of with the nursing students or the pre-med students is that they see seniors as vulnerable and often call them residents because they see them in the health system. What we miss in general and in that sort of training that happens, which we don't now because we're very connected with Selkirk College, but bringing those nursing students, pre-med students, international gerontology nursing students, and social workers into the IRIS program so that they interact and they see these seniors as fully capable, physically, mentally, lots to give, lots of history to share, that they want to share, so much love to give. And that's where we change the thought around, that's how we fight ageism, is we appreciate people at their different stages in life. We appreciate them for the diversity that they bring. You know, this thought that we've for many years it's been you do all of these different roles in your life and then you turn 65 and all of that goes away and now you're a senior. We have to get past that because when you're 65 you have all of this history and that needs to be celebrated now, not put into a box and now just be a quiet senior and do what you're told. So I think that's the epitome of what IRIS is for me, is that place for our older adults to continue to blossom and celebrate what they've done and what they're still going to do.
And that sounds beautiful because I never want to be a quiet senior.
Yeah, no,
Ever.
no. You and I will be, no, that's never going to happen to us.
Yeah, yeah. I hope not, because
Yeah.
the wisdom that you glean over all your years is certainly something that still needs to be told
Yes.
and shared with. Sandi, I can't believe what you've accomplished. I really can't.
Thank you.
It is so big, so big. And I bet your parents would be so proud of you.
Thank you.
And we go back a ways, and we're both getting
Yeah, we're
teary
both gonna cry,
here.
yeah.
But it's a wonderful thing that you've done, and a wonderful thing for your seniors to share with other people. We've all got so much to give and so much to learn,
Yeah.
all at the same time. I want to thank you for coming in today. I want to thank you for sharing your story
Thank you.
and for just being so incredible.
Thank you. Right back at you. I appreciate it.
If somebody wants to volunteer or get involved in your program or perhaps send you a donation, how do they go about doing that?
So we have Kootenay Iris is our Facebook page, or they can call the Iris phone at 250-608-0706, or they can email me at castlegarcrn@hotmail.com.
And where is the program located?
The program is located up at the old middle school, which is now owned by the Kinnaird Park Community Church. So I rent space in that building.
Great. Again, thank you so much.
Can
And tell
I
them-
plug one more thing? Two things. We have just started Kootenay Sings. So Kootenay Sings is not a choir. It is a place for anyone to go 16 and over that wants to come and sing. We sit around and we sing songs. It's not a choir, like I say. It is building community through the joy of singing. It happens every Tuesday from 6 to 7 at the Seniors Lounge at the Community Complex building.
Wonderful.
The other thing I just want to mention is if anyone is interested in learning more about ageism and why it matters, or about elder abuse and how to recognize it and prevent it, whether you volunteer with seniors, you're interested in seniors, you work with seniors, I do offer free training as well, and it could be an hour and a half, or it could be, I've done longer full day trainings. It's free, and I really love to do that piece. So if anyone's interested, they can send me an email or give me a phone call.
Wonderful. Thanks, Sandi.
Thanks.